Hey ladies, hey beauties, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Agatha here. For the first timers and for the OGs, please, you're welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm here to give you this bombshell of a tutorial, this ponytail tutorial, this cornrow ponytail. So I'm going to be explaining in details. If this is your problem in braiding, please, this video is for you. If you're looking for a compiled detailed tutorial to watch on braided ponytail, please, this video is for you. So relax, take your time, let's go and do the work. So I'm dividing the hair into two equal parts now. Not really equal part, depends on where you want to your ponytail to be. If it is up, you cut the half up. If it is down, so you bring it down. So we are going to make this one to be up a bit. So I'm dividing the hair into two, one at the front and one at the back. So I'm going straight into the middle of the one at the back, then divide it into two again. You can see the way I'm doing it. So I'll divide the back one into two again. I'm just putting edge control to make sure that the line is neat and clean and sleek. And again, I'll go into the front one the same way. You see where that line stop. I'm going to start on that same line, make a straight line to the front also. I'm just making sure that my line is straight as possible. Then I'm going to cut out the middle of one of the four parts I'm having. You can see the way I'm doing it. I'm going to cut out the edge of the, what did I even make it? Are these squares? Let me just call them this angle. Yes, they are angles at the middle of the pattern I've made. So I'm going to cut them out. I've cut the front one out. I'm just making sure that it's at the middle. I'm just putting the hairs together. Sorry, I don't use pins. Hopefully in the future we learn how to use pins. Those pins disturb me. So I'm going to cut the back ones now. I'm just cutting out those angles. So the reason for this is that this will give you a large space for your ponytail to come together. You know, you are just having that middle place for all the hair you are plaiting to come together. So you have to make sure that that place is large enough to contain all the cornrows you are going to be packing to that side. So we have our middle one now, and I'm going to go ahead and braid it into knotless braid. Why knotless braid? It is knotless braid because you don't want that middle to be so tight and painful, because all the hairs are coming to that place. Most people said that place used to pain them. So we'll make it into knotless braid, which is painless, so that place, if you can, make that place softer, make it more loosed, so that it won't be painful for the owner of the scalp. You can see flexible and all. So we're going to start cornrow now. You can see that we have our four parts. We divided this core, let me just say that, into four parts depending on where we want to situate our ponytail. Sorry, in Nigeria it is called shuku. So whenever I'm saying just know that the ponytail is not coming to my head. So Yeah, so I've gone ahead to cornrow the rest part, so that this video will be faster, and we'll just continue on the part I want to show you. It's all the same thing. Like, you know, we divided the hair into 4 parts. I've made the 3 parts, and it's remaining the last part I want to show you guys. PS please, these are different people. The footage of the parting of this one at the beginning, I lost it because of storage issues, so I had to part another hair, then join this tutorial to it, but it's the same thing. So I'm cutting from the edge now, from the hairline, then to the middle of the hair. You know that place is very small, so we are going to cut that place very tiny. I said very tiny. Repeat that after me. Very tiny. That part be so tiny so that it will be enough. It will go around for all the scalp. You see, let it be very tiny. In this way, you'll be able to bring all the hair down there. So let it be very tiny. And now I'm going to start with her hair. You can see that we've removed the hairline so that she will have something to do edges with, lay her edges, and we are not going to, it's going to be protective, sorry. So that's what's happened there. So see how I'm adding my braiding hair. I will show you again. So this is the braiding hair, and as you are starting with smaller braiding hair. So as you go gradually, subsequently you increase the braiding hair. So it's increasing subsequently, just that you are not seeing it. So you can see the way I'm holding the braiding hair with my hand. I'm just trying to show you. That's why I'm holding it like that, for you to see. Okay, then cross, collect another braiding hair. You can see that the braiding hair is getting bigger. You see, I'll hold it, then leave it. I know so many people don't do their feeding this way, but this one is very beginner friendly. It's very easy for you to start feeding in this way. Like if you know how to make Ghana weaving, then feeding in this pattern will not be difficult for you. You see, I'll hold it like I'm doing Ghana weaving, then release the side that I'm taking up. So at this point, I felt like the braiding hair on my hand is enough. It's okay for the size I want to go for, so I'll continue braiding without collecting. This is one thing with feeding braid, you don't have to collect throughout. It's different from Ghana weaving. You just have to collect some points, which is faster and all of that. At that last point, you make sure that this one thing with shuku, one thing with ponytail, sorry, you make sure that your hand is touching the scalp. Let it be strong. You understand? Let it be strong there so that your shuku will be arranged. Sorry, I made the second one. I didn't show you guys. I actually have the video, but I don't want this video to be long. It's just the same thing. I'm just going to do it here again. So I'm parting. Remember to part the middle very tiny. And this shuku, this ponytail, we are going for straight one. I didn't want it to be slanting. I will be slanting. I'll be cornering or slanting the hairlines, but this one I want it straight. So in this particular one, I'm going to be showing very well how to feed in braid. You see with the hands I'm using to hold it, then I will plait, release it, cross one, then collect. You see, lock it up. You see that? So I always mark that point where the first one became full enough for me. So whenever I come to that point, I will stop adding. So this is regardless of the length of the hair, is going to be the same. Like when you come to that point, it's going to be the same. Remember, if you are fitting in or cornrowing, the size of the hair cannot be the same throughout. Like the one on the ear side has to be smaller than the one in the middle. This gives it a more fitting. I don't know how I'm going to put it, or I don't know if it is only me that is braided that understand this type of braiding, but it is what it is. I don't know. I'm explaining it for you now that the one beside the ears are always smaller than the one at the middle. This gives the hair some kind of fitting. So now your braiding, your cornrow does not have to be exactly the same size. They just have to look the same size. So don't suffer yourself saying parting this one and that one. They have to look the same size. Don't go cutting up and down. That's going to make you to have on straight lines. And make sure to be cutting that middle tiny. When I mean tiny, I mean it. That's the secret to having a good ponytail, braided ponytail. Let that middle be very tiny. Let that middle be very what? Tiny. And make sure that your hand is touching the scalp. Let it not be standing up. Don't go and use rope and tie your ponytail that you have done ponytail. You can see that we have gone to the last one. And you can see what is remaining. Now I'm going to show you something. That last part, you are going to make sure that your hand is touching the scalp by raising the both side out for you to touch the scalp. You see, make sure you are touching the scalp. Let it not stand on the remaining braid. Let it not stand on the remaining weaving or cornrow. Make sure that it's lying down. So with this, we have come to the end of the cornrow. I'm going to be showing you how to sew your ponytail. You know, some people don't do this sewing very well. Like you have to arrange it. You have to lap it the way you want it to be. Like the way the cornrow will look like, okay, they are lapping on each other. So let's go there. I'm just going to show you briefly. You see, first I'll make sure that my tying is firm. Then look at it. You see, I'm arranging them. I'm not just going to sew. You see, voila, we are done with the sewing, and you can see that our ponytail is sitting up more than before. I don't sew twice. It's going to make it look unrealistic. So I'm just going to take some part of the braids and wrap it up. And there we go, we have our ponytail. Thank you for watching. Please like my video, and I love you.